Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
We are on the record in BU 2025 TR 2137, State of Kansas versus Keaton David Lincoln Bryant. County Attorney Joseph Baca for the state, Mr. Bryant in person, and pro se. Mr. Bryant, you are here on one count of reckless driving. And you had your first appearance December 17th. You were going to look into diversion. Did you do that?
We looked into it, but I couldn't get it.
All right. So how do you want to plead to this reckless driving misdemeanor charge?
Can I please plead guilty?
Well, do you waive your right to an attorney to do that? I
Yeah.
just need to make my record that you know you have the right to hire an attorney. And if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed. Do you
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to do either of those? Apply or?
No, ma'am.
All right, you wish to waive your right to an attorney?
Yes.
Is anyone making you do that by any threats or promises?
No, ma'am.
All
My
right, then
fault.
I'll have the officer give you a waiver to sign.
Your Honor, while he's signing that, can you give me that case number one more time?
Yes, it's 2025 TR 2137. Last name Bryant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are somebody?
Right there. Read and signed, Judge, read and signed.
All right. So the record will reflect in the journal entry in the docket notes that you've knowingly and voluntarily waived your right to counsel, both in writing and orally on the record. And at this time, how do you want to plead to the one count of reckless driving in which the state alleges that on November 1st of 2024 in Butler County, Kansas, you did unlawfully drive a vehicle in a reckless manner so as to indicate a willful or wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property, an unclassified non-person misdemeanor. If this is the first reckless driving, it carries a penalty of 5 days to 90 days, probation and option, and a fine of $25 to $500. You can plead
Yes, ma'am.
not guilty and set this for trial. At a later date, you can plead guilty, admitting the charge, and proceed to sentencing today. You can plead no contest, not admitting the charge, but not wanting to deny it and take it to trial. That would most likely result in a conviction and proceed to sentencing today. How do you wish to plead, sir?
Guilty.
You want to plead guilty and admit it, or did you want to plead no contest? Not admitting, but not taking it to trial.
That's up to you.
No contest.
All right, let's see. By no contest, again, you're not admitting it or denying it. You just don't want to go to trial, right?
Right.
And is anyone making you enter this plea today?
No.
Anyone making you give up your right to trial?
No.
You understand you are giving up your right to trial. You will most likely be found guilty and unable to appeal your conviction.
Can I just plead guilty then?
If you want to, you can, certainly.
All right. Can I just please plead guilty?
All right, by pleading guilty, you want to admit the charge, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And by pleading guilty, are you admitting that this would have happened at the 11,700 Southeast 30th Street address in Butler County?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Judge,
Yes.
I just to let you know, he's 16 years old. His mother is here, so she is aware of this.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, although this is a traffic case, Mr. Bryant, and for your mother's information, when you take on that adult activity of driving, you're held to adult standards. This
Yes,
doesn't
ma'am.
get filed under a child in need of care case or a juvenile offender action. There are some exceptions to what I can do for sentencing, but you are held as an adult if you're going to take on that adult activity. Do you
Yes, ma'am.
understand that? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Deputy, thank you, because I will allow the mother a little more leeway than I would an adult, as you well know.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Baca.
I'm also very sorry to interrupt, but I thought this might also be a good time, since we have addressed that issue with his mother, before possibly accepting his plea as well. I think it might be appropriate. There are and could possibly be administrative penalties under KSA 8254 regarding his license in this particular charge.
All right, I'll let you cover those because I don't usually get involved with those as they are administrative, and Topeka takes care of that. But it's certainly considerate to bring that up for the mother's benefit and the juveniles if you wish.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I would just state for the court that under that particular statute and in regards to this particular charge, the motor vehicle department does have certain convictions that once they receive notice, there is a mandatory revocation of driver's license, and this would be one of those offenses.
So knowing that, do you folks want some time to consult with an attorney?
It's just gonna drive around. Hiring an attorney is just gonna cost money.
No, ma'am.
We don't have.
All right. So you want to continue with your waiver of counsel?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
you've
ma'am.
talked to your mom, and mom wants to proceed this way? Now,
Yeah, because we can.
Yes.
okay, now I'm going to tell you what,
Yeah.
Mr. Bryant, you are the defendant. It is your license at risk. And I hear your mom telling you to do certain things moving forward, but you're a little bit different than most of them because this affects you, not your mom directly. If you don't want to listen to your mom, I have to listen to you because you are the driver, you are the defendant. And you are held to adult standards, like I said. So if you want to go against your mom and tell me you want an attorney, I'll respect that.
We just don't have the money for an attorney.
Well, you can apply for court appointed and see if you qualify for that if you and your mom want.
I would just like to get this charge dealt with because we've been trying to deal with it for 2 years, and I've learned not to do what I did with a car.
Well, it has been since November of 2024, so that hasn't been 2 years in this court. And I don't know why it's taken you so long to get here, but it was filed in 2025, but it allegedly happened November 1st, 2024. All right, so you want me to proceed with your plea, correct?
Yes.
And you want me to proceed without representation for you.
Yes.
But do you and your mom understand you can't apply and I can't appoint court appointed, and I would base it on your income, not mom's?
Yeah, we understand.
Okay, but you want me to proceed?
Yes.
Okay. So you tell me again how you want to plead. Guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
You want to admit that you were driving with willful or wanton disregard for the safety or persons of property on November 1st of 24 in Butler County?
Yes, ma'am. It's the truth.
Okay, and nobody's making you enter this plea today, not even your mom?
Not my mom.
No one?
No one, just me.
Was there an accident involved in this?
Yeah.
And
I was-
is anybody being sued civilly for this?
No, ma'am.
Is there the chance you might be? You know?
No, ma'am.
All right, because sometimes when people are looking at civil charges, they want to do a no contest rather than an admission. But that's your call.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you want to plead guilty, admitting the charge, and no one's making you do this. And you understand you're giving up your right to trial, and you'll most likely be found guilty and unable to appeal your conviction.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
All right. Let us know. I'm not trying to hurry you. I want you to make sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. Then if you're going to plead guilty, tell me in your own words what you did that was willfully and wantonly disregarding the safety of persons or properties. What you did while you were driving this motor vehicle in a reckless manner.
So what happened was I was driving down this road and I hit this pretty big rock on a dirt road and I ended up losing control because I was going around 30 miles an hour. And then I was swerving across the road because I couldn't get control of the vehicle. And then I ended up rolling it. Nobody ended up getting severely injured. We all were pretty much fine. So, and then now here.
Were these all family members in the car?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, so what was reckless? Was it hitting the rock, not swerving to miss the rock, or was it your speed?
I think it was me losing control and ended up wrecking the car.
All right, there is an affidavit filed September 18th, 2025. Well, it's the ticket. It's not an affidavit. It's kind of an affidavit. And this happened on November 1st, 2024, about 3:42 in the afternoon,
Yes.
on your way home from school, maybe?
I don't know if we had school that day.
Okay. And it was at 11700 Southeast 30th Street in Butler County. Did we agree to that?
Was it? Yes.
And you were driving a 98 Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee?
Yes.
No. Okay, well, I will accept your plea and find you guilty. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Baca?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, at this time, state would recommend a $100 fine. Due to his age, which has been covered by the court already, we would recommend 10 days in a juvenile detention facility suspended. We would also recommend 6 months non-reporting probation. Also recommend pay court costs. And finally, Your Honor, I'll just do my small part here and advise the defendant that if the motor vehicle department is going to proceed on any suspension or restrictions, just make sure your address with them is updated. They will mail you any information on that.
Okay.
And that's very important that you keep your current address with motor vehicle, because as he said, they'll send you the suspension. They only have to show that they sent you notice, not that you actually got it. So if they send it to the last known address and you don't get it, that's on you.
Yeah. And do I have to spend time in a juvie cell?
Well, those are his recommendations. Tell me about yourself. Do you go to school?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
I am in 10th grade.
10th grade. All right. Well, your fine is $100 and your court costs are $108. Can you pay the total of $208 today?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to order that you pay that before you leave today.
Okay.
I'm going to order. Now, I told you that you took on an adult activity and that you're held to adult standards, and that's true with the exception of I can't put you in the adult jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you're 18 and you violate things, then I can. But because you're not 18 and you're what, 17?
16.
16, okay. But I have to order juvenile detention facility, which is why the county attorney recommended detention facility. So your
Yes, ma'am.
sentence is 10 days in a juvenile detention facility. I will suspend that as the county attorney recommended, but I'm going to put you on a 6-month non-reporting probation. If you violate this probation within the next 6 months, it can be revoked and you can be ordered to go serve that 10 days in a juvenile detention facility, which is like prison for kids.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you don't want to be locked up for 10 days don't violate your probation. 6 months probation with the conditions that you violate no more laws during this 6 months and that you pay the 208 today.
Okay.
All right. So that'll keep you out of detention if you follow the law. Now, if you get suspended, as we all suspect you will, you can't drive during that suspension, or that's a violation of the law, and your problems are going to really get compounded if you drive while suspended.
Yes.
And of course, go to school.
Yeah, I go to.
What's going on in school? Mom made a comment. What's going on? Are you suspended?
No, I'm not suspended.
Do we have a problem with you going to school?
No, I have A's. Yeah, pretty much all A's.
Yeah,
All right. All right. Well, condition your probation. Don't skip school and keep your grades up. Don't let them drop any lower than where they already are.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And don't be doing any reckless driving.
I don't plan on it.
All right. You may go at this time.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And don't forget to pay.
See,
Did he sign the waiver? Have his mom sign that too.
He did. He did.
I need to sign it.
Let's have her sign it for good measure.
Mine's great.
She doesn't have to, but I'm going to have her do it since she's been so involved.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll sign it down there. Right here, but mother. Peyton Waters is next. Waters with a W.
Okay, we'll be on the record in 2025 TR 2127, State of Kansas versus Peyton Ryan Waters. Jared Regier for the state. The defendant appears in person and pro se. Let me see. Check something out here, Mr. Waters. How old are you, Mr. Waters?
I'm 17 years old, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Waters. Are you going to have an attorney represent you, Mr. Waters?
No, ma'am.
You understand that, as we've talked to you about back in December, you can hire an attorney, and if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply for court appointed.
Yes, ma'am.
But you want to waive your right and proceed on your own behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone making you waive your right to an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I don't show that he signed a waiver. I show he was going to look into diversion. So you'll probably need to sign that form.
Read, sign.
And if you need any help with that, you can sure have the officer help you.
Understand it?
Yes, I understand it.
Read and signed, good.
All right, and no one's making you waive your right to an attorney.
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll have the record reflect that you're knowingly and voluntarily waiving your right to attorney on record, both in writing and orally. Now, the last time you were here, December 17th, you were going to look into diversion. Did you do that?
Yes, ma'am. I looked into it, but I believe I was denied.
All right, so how do you want to proceed today on reckless driving in violation of restrictions? I would remind you that you can plead not guilty and set these for trial. Someone needs to mute, please. Who's doing that? If you don't want to set this for trial, you can plead guilty, admitting the charges, and proceed to sentencing. You will be convicted. Or you can plead no contest, not admitting the charges, not denying them and taking them to trial. You'll still be found guilty, but it won't be on your admission. So how do you want to plead to reckless driving?
Your Honor, after the December date, we made a call to county attorney
Okay,
talking about if I plead guilty to the reckless driving, that the violation beyond restrictions could be dropped.
okay. Mr. Regier, do you have notes to that effect?
Your Honor, subject to a plea being entered to reckless driving, the state would move to dismiss the driving violation restrictions pursuant to plea negotiations.
All right, so how do you want to plead pursuant to your agreement to reckless driving?
Guilty, Your Honor.
By pleading guilty, you do want to admit that in Butler County on 7/1 of 2023, you were driving recklessly in a willful or wanton manner that, let me find the exact way they say that. By pleading guilty, you want to admit that on July 1st, 2023 in Butler County, you did then and there unlawfully drive a motor vehicle in a reckless manner so as to indicate a willful or wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property.
Yes, Your Honor.
And is anyone making you enter this plea today other than your plea agreement?
No, Your Honor.
And you understand that you are giving up your right to trial. You will be found guilty, that is, convicted, and proceed to sentencing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What did you do, in your own words, that makes you guilty of this behavior?
I proceeded to the road at, I believe, 30 miles per hour, and I was not expecting the turn, and I couldn't hit my brakes fast enough, and I kind of like slid into the ditch.
But you don't think you were driving excessively or in a way that was disregarding the safety of persons or property?
I believe not, but I would like to just take the agreement.
Okay, so you want to plead guilty to take advantage of the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Regier, do you want to accept that as part of your plea agreement and provide a factual basis?
Your Honor, if the court is prepared to proceed by way of a no contest plea with respect to count one, the state is prepared to establish an appropriate factual basis.
All right. Well, rather than pleading guilty to take advantage of the plea offer, the state wants you to plead no contest, neither admitting or denying. Are you okay with amending your plea accordingly?
Yes.
Okay. Please proceed, Mr. Regier. And clerk, make that it's a no contest since the state's providing factual basis. Go ahead, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. Were this case proceed to trial, the state's evidence would show that on July 1st, 2023, well within the statute of limitations, law enforcement was dispatched to a specific location in El Dorado, Butler County, specifically 7th Avenue and Cherokee Street. Upon arriving, law enforcement conducted an investigation of a rollover injury accident, identifying the defendant as the driver of the vehicle. Initially, the defendant reported to law enforcement that he lost control of the car because the brakes failed. Subsequently, the defendant admitted that he had not been honest with law enforcement and acted with intention. Additionally, there were multiple minor passengers inside the vehicle, with at least one of the passengers admitting to law enforcement that the defendant wanted her to lie about the crash to law enforcement.
All right, I accept the factual basis and find the plea knowingly and voluntarily entered. I do find the defendant guilty of reckless driving. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Regier?
Yes, Your Honor. In this matter, pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is recommending a $200 fine, that the court impose appropriate court costs and a probation for a period of 6 months. Pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is recommending a reporting probation, which the state does consider appropriate given the particular facts of this case. The state is further recommending 10 days in a juvenile detention facility, the maximum permitted by statute, as it is the state's information that KSA 82117 subsection A applies in this matter.
All right, Mr. Waters, anything you want to say before I pronounce your sentence?
Will the reporting probation, will that be here in El Dorado?
Well, I'll get to that then. All right, sir, at this time, you're fined $200, assessed 108 court costs, total due of $308. Can you pay that today?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to order that you pay that today before you leave the courthouse. I'm going to give you a 10-day juvenile detention facility sentence. If you don't want to spend 10 days locked up with juvenile offenders, make sure that you complete a 6-month reporting probation before you leave the building. In addition to paying the fine and court costs, stop by the probation office and tell them you're there to report. And all standard conditions will apply, as will the order that you pay today. Violate no laws. That is a standard condition. Anything else, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, 3 final points. Is the court find that count 2 has been dismissed pursuant to plea negotiations in this matter?
Yes.
If the second, Your Honor, if the court is ordering all standard conditions of reporting probation, does that include the $60 supervision fee?
Yes, it does. Thank you. Add $60 to that 308. Can you still pay it today?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
And Your Honor, for purposes of the journal entry, is the court find that the defendant waived his right to counsel in this matter?
Yes, Mr. Regier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. At this time, Mr. Waters, you may go to take care of the matters at hand. Pay your case and go to probation. We are in recess and you are excused from this hearing.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Oh, Keaton hit a rock going 30 in his Jeep. Rolled it in the dirt while his mama watched him weep. Welcome to the courts of Butler County, KS, where the boys drive reckless and make a giant mess. Pay your court costs, straight to probation you go. Thanks for tuning in to the El Dorado Show.